in. We're turning hard maple shafts today. Just burnishing. Hey guys, welcome in. We are back making shafts. So we are making Turkish style drop spindles today. And we are turning hard maple shafts for them. We're spindle turning spindles. There's no irony in that. Alright, let me refresh my page here. It's not working. That's a little better. Give me 1 second here. All right. Hey Antonio, how's it going? Welcome in. So I spent most of the day on the CNC machine today, and the laser engraver, but shafts need to be made. Hey Anthony, how's it going? Yeah, it's been a good day. We're still doing daily shipping because of the holidays. So it kind of messes everything up. Nice. Some burning and some decorative lines. This is just wire. This is picture frame hanging wire. I just took 2 strands off and plied it together to give me the thickness I wanted. A lot of people use guitar strings. I just have a ton of this wire. It'll burn up. So that's why I have a really long piece. And it'll keep breaking. And after it gets about that big, then I'll replace it. So. I just feel like I have a lifetime supply of that wire, so. A little bit of wax. These are cherry arms. This is a glider. It's just a model of the shape. Nice. Could be used as chopsticks if you really wanted to. It's up to you, Ben. Or small magic wands. So I'm using a roughing gouge to just get the basic shape in. Now I'm going to be using this wrench or spanner as a caliper. Just to get the right dimensions. Alright, so I'm going to shut the lathe off while I'm backing out the tailstock so we can see what the shaft is doing. So it's running nice and true, so it's good. If there's a wobble on the end, we can make a shorter one. So now we have a beading tool. It's just a little bit quicker than you could use like your skew and just go into 2 angles. This is just a little quicker. I'm going to start forming the finial with the skew. Come back in with the gouge. Blend everything together. So this shaft is a series of tapers. There's a big taper here, and then a very gradual taper to go to the end. Hey Duke, how's it going? Welcome in. We're just making some man glitter today. one is maple. Thanks, Lawrence. Oh, I know. I swear there'll be a time when I'll do something else, but until we get through this holiday season, I'm here. And then after that, you know, we got to get ready for the show in March. So it's like, So this one is not very straight. We should be able to get this to work. If not, we'll put it in the fireplace. Yeah, so last night I didn't go to bed till like 1. So normally I try to get to bed by like 10:30 or 11. So couldn't sleep last night. So after lunch we ended up taking a little nap on the couch. We're going to be here for another hour. So normally I'm done by 5. We're going to stay till 6 tonight. Just to make up for the nap. Hey, Diesel! Welcome in. How's it going, man? Glad to see you came back. Just about to go to the shop yourself? Awesome. Nothing better than shop time. Holy cows, it's 21 degrees out. We're having a heat wave here. Yeah, that happened. Well, you know, I just don't have a schedule. I just live stream whenever. Someday I'll have a schedule. Wow, look at that one. Woo! It's yeah, look at that. Oh, that is no good. No bueno. Yep. Oh, I hear you. It's a little better. Oh, I realize I'm no longer a spring chicken. So a couple days back, we had a cold snap, and four of the water mains around me broke, and I did not realize that. So I went under the trailer, and then I found a pipe was leaking, and so I'm under the trailer replacing pipes. It's like I want to say it was like 11 degrees. Now, I used to spend like hours and hours on end on a creeper under a truck. But for some reason, it's been, over a decade since I've done that. And, yeah, my arms were just jelly. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Eventually, I'm going to have to replace all the water lines. I can't think of the material. It's that gray plastic stuff that chlorine eats. And we have very chlorinated water, so slowly but surely we're replacing it with PEX. There we go. Yeah, that should get me by. Hey, we're up to 11. It's working out. This one goes to 11. Okay, that one's got a little vibration. We'll make it a 6-inch rather than an 8. With CPVC? I'm trying to get through the winter. You know? All right. Have fun in the shop. Get some stuff done. Have a great night. So this one is Purple Heart. It hasn't had a lot of UV exposure, so it is not turning purple. You can see there's a little purple in it. Yeah. Well, the good news is, if things get real bad, we have water and heat here as well. And we got, a couch that we can sleep on, so. We have a place to hide. So does anybody have any huge plans for this weekend? Try to get some Christmas stuff made. I hear ya. I'm always kicking myself, That's why I'm trying to get Christmas stuff made in like June. Yeah, for some reason this year I just haven't been in the whole Christmas spirit thing. I wanted to do a couple craft shows this fall, and I was too busy doing this. Which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. Cha-ching. Nice. Yeah, it looks like there's been on Facebook woodworking pages. It looks like intarsia is kind of a big thing right now. So maybe I'll do some segmentation. It's like intarsia, except for you only use one piece of wood. Then you shape all the pieces like a puzzle and put it together. Where intarsia is you take different species of wood, cut them so they fit together. But when you're first starting out, segmentation is a lot easier because you're going to put it back together. Oh, nice. I think I know which box you're talking about. Yep. Oh, yeah. Fretwork is for a very specific person. I'm one of those people. Where, you know. Yeah, you got a couple hundred holes that you're going to have to feed the blade through, but it's all right in the end. Purple poplar, nice. Ooh. We went to the mill. I made a short. One of his oval box patterns. Awesome. Hey Hans, how's it going? Welcome in. I think we're going to take a little break after this one and go look at the wood I got. It's nothing too exciting. But I did get some curly white oak, which is just amazing. It's very pretty. I tend not to use oak very much for spindles. It's just too porous. I couldn't say no. It was really pretty. So let's go for a little walk. All right. Wipe off the lens here. Hey. So we had this stuff. So we did get some new Bacote, some more red heart. We had the purple heart. We got some more tiger maple. Some more Paduke, some yellow heart. Walnut. So I'm going to put this Bacote with that Bacote. Imagine that. Got some barrow wood. This is Brazilian rosewood. Some more yaya wood. So, right? So there you go. There's some bird's eye. See, when I make things that are small, so when I buy bird's eye, it has to be really densely packed. Same with the maple, the curly maple, the tiger maple. So this is a curly white oak. Yeah. Obviously, it needs to be sanded a little more. The drum sander kind of messed up the grain, but yeah. Stuff is gorgeous. And then, yeah, cherry, maple, walnut. So we were almost out, so not too thrilling, but you know. we have wood now. And I got some offcuts here. So some rustic walnut. So this stuff tends to have knots in it, and the grain's sporadic, but I can get stuff out of there. And then I got some aromatic cedar. These are like, actual 4/4. It hasn't been planed yet, so well, it's been planed, but it's still not down to 3/4. And we got some more 1/4 stuff to make projects with. I really wish that room was heated. It gets a little chilly back there. Right? You do the best you can with what you got. Yeah, it's one of those things that, it's taken, I've been doing this full time for over a decade now, so I started out, just using pallet wood, scrap wood, furniture I found on the side of the road. So I should be good with wood probably for about a month. Some oak, poplar, pine, cypress, lucky, maybe some gum. Yeah. Yep. I'm very lucky that I live about a half hour away from a mill that imports a lot of exotics. And they sell offcuts, so you don't have to buy huge chunks. There's always oak hooch, but yeah. Shipping wood is expensive. But they do buy sand. They do sell sanded dimensional wood. So if you just want to jump right into the project and don't want to machine anything, kind of nice. Yeah. I hear ya. Exotic woods are not cheap. But, you know, it's one of those things, you know, if people are willing to pay for it, you know. You know, I try to stay away from, hey, welcome in. I try to stay away from, like, the ebonies. You know, the wood's so expensive. You know, I don't... I can't charge what I should charge on that stuff, so... I'm better off, you know, only making it, you know... using the ebonies when somebody requests them. All right. Is that the dude that does all like the comic book stuff? Oh yeah. A lot of it, you know, the time involved with, you know, doing really complicated things. If you're doing it as a hobby, that's great. But if you're going to try to turn a profit on it, things can get really sketchy real quick. You know, if you're trying to make money, it's all about trying to find a balance. You know? Sometimes, you know, it's easier to sell, you know, 10 $10 items than it is one $100 item. this is maple. Yeah. And sometimes what people want might not necessarily be something you like. Oh, I gotta show you what I made today. Alright, so this is a top whirl spindle, and the top has a disc. I haven't glued it or weighed it together yet. So it has this disc on here. This is a sublimation material. It looks almost like a dry erase board, and then you can sublimate on it. So it's not like a sticker, it's actually in that. Yeah, so it's a capybara Doctor Who and a guinea pig companion. So I have this on my business card, so somebody asked if I could make it into a spindle. So that'll get glued, but yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do, you know? So that won't be on the website. So the cool thing about those is I can make a whole bunch of the spindles, the frames, and then print out a bunch of different images and then, you know, put them online. And when they sell, you just take the disc, slap it in. That way you can have, let's say, 30 different listings without having 30 things sitting around. How you doing today, George the cat? You know, and then there is some 3D printed things that I sell that I make per order as well. So you just have to make sure you have, you know, all the filaments that, you know, are online. And I don't have a big print farm. I have 5 printers. So I'm confident if, you know, I'm not going to have all 5 printers break at one time. So. right, let's get her going. Good. I'm gonna go grab my meds. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. See, the ironic part that I use the lathe like half my time in the shop. My father refused to get a lathe while we were growing up because they were just too dangerous. So of course the first thing I had to do was buy a lathe when I became a grown up. Hello, how's Edward doing today? Welcome in. Well, fractal burning can be very dangerous. Any project that starts with tearing apart a microwave, yeah, could be frowned upon. Yeah, I've got a friend that makes a lot of the fractal burnings with and then resin filled and like cutting boards and stuff. It's neat. Yeah, I don't trust myself with that stuff either. I don't think it's nearly as fun as Home Alone made it look. I think we're going to make one more shaft and then call it a stream. I need to go get some food. So for this application, it's really important that these are straight. You want something that's nice and balanced. An unbalanced spindle will work, but it won't be very enjoyable to use. Yeah, so yesterday we ended up having to go to the lumber mill. I wanted to come to the shop, turn the 3D printers on to get my stuff ready for shipping, but they had the entire road closed off, and the side roads were all closed off. They were actually moving snow, so they came through and they cleaned off the sidewalks. Well, actually between the sidewalk and the side of the road. We're kind of like in the downtown area. So we had some like 4-foot high like drifts. So they came and took that all away. So I tried to come to work and it's like, oh, it might take them 2 hours to get done. So we went out for breakfast, went to the mill, and by the time we got back, they were done. Make this one into a 6. And where do they put the snow after they move it? I have no idea. I'm sure they're making a mountain somewhere. There we go. All right, guys. I need to go get food. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And we'll catch you next time. Have a great day.